Hey there, everybody. Jason here with another review. Today, I will be talking about Loki Season 2, Episode 4. But before I get started, I will be talking major spoilers, so if you haven't seen it yet and you don't want it spoiled for you, stop the video, head over to Disney+, check it out, and come on back and we can talk about it. But now that we're past the spoiler warning, let's dive in, shall we? So this was a doozy of an episode. There's just so much packed into it. It was so mind-blowing and once again well-constructed and well put together. I think it's interesting the revelation that Renslayer actually helped He Who Remains prune and secure the sacred timeline, and then he had all their memories wiped, is going to do a lot for her character in the future. We're already seeing those wheels turning. She's becoming far more ruthless and far more cut off than she was even in season 1. And Miss Minutes, that crazy psychotic murder bot, just keeps getting more and more unhinged. I mean, just to see where we've come from season 1 to now, this just kind of seemingly sweet and innocent AI turns into just devious, psychotic machine. And what her and Renslayer did to those hunters, that was pretty ruthless. That was brutal. I like the idea of showing us so much without showing us anything at all. Just having it locked on all their faces as all that was going down. And then, of course, when Hunter B-15 comes back in and just the look on her face just tells us everything that we need to know about that room. That was a very, very clever trick, and I really, really liked that. I really think this season's becoming an excellent examination of not only Loki, but of Mobius, because this is the second time that we've had some real introspection when it comes to Mobius. He finds out all this stuff, that his whole life is a lie, that he was ripped from the timeline, and he had a life before that. So what was his life like? That's an interesting concept, and just the fact that he's resistant to just finding out what that is, because is he afraid of what it's going to be? Is he going to like it too much? Well, this is the life he's always known. That's an interesting concept. That's an interesting idea, and Owen Wilson plays it off so well. I'm so happy with kind of a lot of the results of this season. Not sure if I fully trusted Victor Timely, especially after what he said to Renslayer and Miss Minutes when they took him into that conference room. I don't know, it was a bit bizarre, it was a bit suspicious. I feel like maybe he was playing them, but you never know because we weren't in on that conversation. And usually when they hold things back, there's something going on later on down the road. Hunter X5, just the weaselly worm that he is. Just he'd rather spend his life as Brad Wolf and whatever the cost to everyone else but himself, but giving a little piece of himself along the way. You can kind of see he's very conflicted with all this, but he can't go back now. He can't turn back. He's done too much. He's been involved in too much. Of course, the debate between Loki and Sylvie. Sylvie just wants to see it all burn down. Well, by the end of the episode, it does burn down. But Loki is intent on preserving it because he sees that without the TVA, everything just runs wild, and that's no good for anyone. So I think that's a really cool, interesting debate, and just to see them play both sides of the argument. That's a lot of fun. Now, of course, all that is for naught, and we're going to find out what things are like without the TVA in the last 2 episodes, and I really can't wait. It's funny because this is about the same time that Loki got pruned at the end of season 1, and that thing kind of played out. So it'll be interesting to see how they come back from this, much like they came back from that in the last season. Speaking of Loki getting pruned, the twist that Loki pruned himself in the first episode was really cool. It was really satisfying. It was one of those moments that's like, okay, that's cool. That's a full circle moment. It was a very interesting twist to see unfold. Overall, I really enjoyed this episode. Just the really high, intense stakes and how it all turned out was really interesting. It'll be fascinating to see how they play this off in the latter 2 episodes of the season. As a result, I'm going to give this episode a 5 out of 5. I thought it was fantastic. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you thought of Loki Season 2, Episode 4 down in the comments. How do you think they're going to get out of this in the next 2 episodes? I want to hear from you. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click that like button. You want to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you can get updates on all my future videos. You can also follow my social media pages. Links are down in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.